Anyone going through any form of trouble or pain wishes to be believed, wishes to be supported and understood. When that doesn't happen, it can be tough and you can start to doubt yourself. Today, I'm going to speak about the self-doubt we put ourselves through, especially when we're dealing with health issues. So I'm going to use myself as an example of how I deal with self-doubt and what I do to get out of it. I believe this can easily be applied to those who have self-doubt for other reasons. But again, please remember that I'm not a medical professional. I am a patient and I have created this channel to share my experiences. This is all purely informative and in no way am I providing medical advice. So please consult a medical professional. Okay, now let me begin with some background. When I was in school, I was in a lot of pain because of endometriosis, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and I didn't know at the time, but I also had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I still do. It doesn't really go away. Anyways, it was then that I was called a hypochondriac. It was then when I started to doubt my pain, or in fact, much of what I did. It planted the seed of self-doubt in me. Largely, I've managed to overcome this today, but even now, sometimes I still ask myself, is it really paining? Is my pain real? Are my problems real? Is my chronic illness real? I've dealt with these questions for over the last 2 decades, and it's tough to put into words this mental and physical confusion that many chronic illness patients like me go through, but I'm going to try my best. There are many occasions when I lie in bed, feel the pain in every fragment of my legs, ribs, abdomen, back, everywhere. Sometimes unable to do much to help myself, I observe. I remain a spectator. I watch the pain, I experience it, and wonder if this is really happening. Is this even my body? Am I really going through this pain, or is somehow my brain tricking me into believing it is? An odd, confusing conversation with myself reminds me of the time I was called a hypochondriac as a teenager by someone who I thought was a friend and someone who had seen me in severe endometriosis and joint pains. A patient suffering from a chronic illness doesn't just hear words like hypochondriac from a random family member or a friend. They hear words like it's in your head from doctors as well. And a patient won't experience this from the one random doctor or the one random friend. It'll happen at multiple times at various stages, and it can really contribute to breaking down the mental resolve of a chronic illness warrior, who isn't just trying to manage the condition, but is now having to fight people who plant seeds of doubt, leading them to fight their own mind. The inability of a random person, family, or friend to understand can sadly have such an effect, and it takes so much effort to reduce the impact felt on the mind. This is where I have come to the conclusion that people who say such things don't have the ability to understand and open up their tunnel vision. They lack empathy, they lack sensitivity, and possibly lack exposure to people who have invisible conditions, who just know how to keep a smile on their face. When it comes to doctors, I believe such people in the medical profession aren't inquisitive enough, or at all. They don't wish to challenge their medical knowledge and look beyond. They don't wish to discuss with their colleagues and believe there could be truth to what their patient is crying about. Not everyone needs a psychologist, but if doctors keep mistreating their patients and believing them to be faking it or having a psychological issue, then yes, eventually such doctors will drive their patients to such mental states where the help of counseling or a psychologist will be needed. So what's my main point here? My point here is directed to 2 sets of people. First is the family, friend, or doctor. If you can't be helpful or empathetic, then best to remain quiet. As a doctor, you can refer that patient to someone who is more curious and willing to challenge their knowledge base. The second is the patient or the person who is suffering from being doubted at. It's okay to question yourself. It's okay to observe your pain. It's okay to try and understand what doesn't feel so good and what that pain is like. What isn't okay is when you doubt yourself. You're the only one that is privy to what you are feeling. You have to be your own advocate. Rinse out the people who cause more commotion than calm. Don't waste your time on doctors who don't believe you. Instead, build a small but confident set of people who are willing to be there for you. Don't resign and end your search in finding a doctor who is willing to learn in order to help you. And yes, there are doctors like that out there. But letting doubt play on your mind will never help your healing process. Okay, I hear you say, sounds good in theory, it's not so easy to get such doubts out of the mind. You're right, it's not. Even though I'm a work in progress, but I have reduced the impact some of these memories and words have had on me. In fact, some I've managed to eliminate, and here's how. I feel it's important to have a process in place, and this process doesn't just work for those who have medical issues, but it can work for anyone harboring self-doubt, like I mentioned before. There are 7 steps to my process. 1. Observe. I take a step back and observe what I'm feeling and how I'm feeling because of that feeling. 2. Recognize. While observing, I'm able to recognize which memories, which words, or which people are causing the uncomfortable feeling. Many times, I find there to be a pattern of what bothered me, whether it's the words used or even the tone that was used towards me. Number 3, question. I ask myself, why does that tone or word or person or setting still bother me? A lot of times while answering this question, I am reminded of either how inconsequential that person is or how limited their thinking might be. Maybe they weren't in the right headspace, maybe they wanted to be mean. Or very honestly, there are some things in life you don't really understand until you don't experience it, and that person hasn't experienced what I'm going through. I don't make excuses for anyone, but I do realize that some people are like that, and reminding myself of this helps my process, allowing me to not give the person and their intention so much importance. Number 4, remind myself of my truth. My truth is the pain I feel. I remind myself that I know what I feel, and that does not need to be proven to someone unsupportive. Number 5, acknowledge the pain. I then go back to recognizing and feeling my pain. But this time I acknowledge and respect it because it's my truth. My pain is real. I value the journey I am on despite feeling how real the pain is. Number 6, breathe. As the process unwinds, I focus on my breath, slowly calming my mind of its thoughts and doubts. I may still be feeling the pain or the problem, but at least I'm not questioning it and causing mental turmoil. The victory is that I believe myself and the path I've chosen to help myself. I carry no doubt. Number 7, thank the body. I then move on to thanking my body for hanging with me, enduring what it does while still fighting through. I marvel at how much resilience the body has, and my respect for this quality of the body cannot be reduced or diminished by words and actions of others. What I feel is real. My pain still exists, but now my resolve is stronger than what it was before. These are my thoughts on what questioning or doubting ourselves does and the process to get out of it. This takes time, and I still have to do this on occasion, but it's a process that's helped me. I believe if we doubt ourselves, then how will we manage to work on our healing, which has to begin with a better mental environment? Mental health is imperative to our physical well-being and has to be worked upon continuously. And this process is one way I help myself. I hope this helps you or someone you know. Do share this with them if you would like to. Oh, and if you have a process you'd like to share, then please do let me know in the comments below, because sharing such important experiences and processes allows us to grow and help our mental health. And I would love to hear about different perspectives. And that's it. So please subscribe to this channel, like, share, and if you can press that bell icon, it'll be great. Thank you for watching.